Hey, what is up? Hello, I go by Ren, and today I am doing something a little different, or maybe I've done this before. It's just an opposite of what I've done before. Today I'm doing a video entitled Getting My Shit Together, because as some of you guys know, I've posted multiple mental health depression type videos in the past, but I figure since I made videos about the bad, I should make a video about the good and tell you guys how I've been progressing since those videos released a few months ago. So that's what we're here for. I picked up a lot of good habits or practices that I wanted to share with you guys that maybe they could help you along your journey as well too. So let's get right into it. So every morning when I first wake up, I start off my day by meditating. I just sit up in my bed and I meditate to singing bowls. There's this one video that's on YouTube and it's really nice, and I actually use this same exact video every morning because I just really like the way that the bowls sound. They're like the ones that you hit the little mallet over and then you spin the little mallet around. I'm really bad at explaining this, but it makes like a real nice soothing sound. The way that I used to do it, I used to set a timer for how long I wanted to meditate, but now I kind of just do what I feel is right. So I could just sit in my bed and meditate for like 4 minutes, and once I feel in my myself that I'm good, like I'm done right now, so I can come back and do this later, that's when I decide to get up and to move forward with my day. And that's a good way to start off my day, because it's me taking time for myself, just taking time for my health and everything like that. The biggest challenge with meditating though is to clear your mind. Recently I've been having a hard time clearing my mind just because there's so much going on in my life, in the world's life, to conquer that. Sometimes I'll inhale 1 2 3 4, hold it for 2 seconds, and then exhale for 6. I have found that tends to help a little bit, because even if my mind isn't completely blank, it's at least not jumping from thought to thought to thought. It's staying focused on counting. So that's a tip that hopefully can help you guys while you're maybe if you're meditating, hopefully that'll help. The next thing that I do after waking up is manifest. So I've recently gotten into manifesting, and Shonnetta's Divine Tarot is the one that actually encouraged me to start doing this. She has a fantastic video on how to manifest in script, and I'll link that in the description down below as well. So her video actually really helped me understand how powerful manifestation is and exactly how to use it in the right way. It's a really detailed video, and there are also some more videos by her that I really like and that I really want to start doing for myself. I just gotta get the resources. But this is my manifestation journal. I got it from Target, and it says "you got this," which of course makes a whole bunch of sense. So on the first page, I'm not gonna show you guys exactly what I manifest, but on the first page, these are just like the instructions that I've written for myself. First, you gotta think of what you want to manifest. Let's say I want to manifest a new house. So you think of what you want to manifest. I choose a word to write at the top of the page, and many times it's the word gratitude, just because it's a really good word to use while manifesting. But I have a word bank at the very bottom of this page for whichever word that I'm feeling that day that I should really use to manifest. Some days it's gratitude, others it can be intention, visualize, discovery, magic, spirit, etc. Like if I want to manifest better confidence, I'll put positive energy at the top of the page, or spirit at the top of the page, because those are both two very strong keywords that I feel like have to do with your inner self. But today we're gonna put gratitude as we manifest for a house. The third step that I do is to give thanks to what I am manifesting. So I speak like I already have what it is that I'm referring to. For an example, I'll be like, I am so very grateful for my brand new house. And then you got to get super specific, like where is the house located, when do you get the house, is it 2-story, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the layout, you got to get really specific. It's like, oh, I want a house, but I don't want a new house in the ghetto. Like, you want a new house in Buckhead. Speaking present tense is another tip of mine, which is basically kind of what I went over, because it's like you have this, not you want this, not you need this, not you're going to get it, you have it. You visualize yourself having whatever it is that you're manifesting right now, because that leaves no room for doubt at all. Like, if you have it already, what are you doubting for? It's not, it's like, I got this white backdrop. I'm not gonna doubt that I have it. It's the fact that I actually have it. The next tip is to believe it 100%, which is what I'm saying exactly right now. Believe it 100%, because if you have any doubt, it's not gonna manifest. It's not gonna manifest at all. You cannot doubt it whatsoever. Anything can happen tomorrow. Anything can happen in an hour from now. So you never know what position you're going to be like in the future. Even if it seems like what you're manifesting is not even achievable to you at this moment right now, it can be in a month. You never know what's going to happen. 6 is be specific. I already explained that. A good one is, while you're manifesting things that you are soon to get, don't forget to be grateful for the things that you have. So I do have like a handful of pages in here where I am grateful to things that I already own, whether it be, you know, like my house or just everything, my education, me as a whole, still being here alive today. I am giving thanks to the things that I do currently have. Extras when doing this is using a crystal when you're writing. So along with the word at the top of the page, I tend to pick a crystal from my collection, and it tends to always be related to what I'm manifesting. So if I'm manifesting a house, I'm gonna get a crystal that represents wealth. This one doesn't. This is lepidite. I don't know how to pronounce that word, lepidite, but this is like one of the prettiest crystals I have. I swear, it's one of the prettiest crystals I have right now. Serpentine is my favorite. It literally looks like a dinosaur egg, but it's super pretty. It enhances female energy, it aids in meditation and enhances spiritual exploration. It also assists in wisdom, and it helps in like your mental emotional stability. So I tend to hold these when I meditate. If I remember, sometimes I forget, but I tend to hold these when I meditate and just like kind of feel the power coming from them. If you're not into crystals, then this probably sounds like a little off the wall to you, but I've come to realize that you have to believe things work for them to work, you know? So it's like, there's no point in you having a manifestation journal if you don't think it's gonna work. Because I've had like 12, 14 pages filled in this, and I'm gonna be honest, some of the things that I've manifested have already come into fruition. And I believe that other things will come into fruition the second that this quarantine and stuff is all over, because some of these involve me being in different settings, and of course I've been in my room for the past almost month. So also with my manifestation journal, I also use this attraction oil. And if y'all know my friend Tarot by Bronx, she recommended this attraction oil to me, just to everybody honestly, on her YouTube and Twitter account. And it helps with anything basically anything you're trying to manifest, whether it be just a healthy relationship, a partnership, anything. Honestly, it's attraction oil. It brings things to you. That's the point of it. So this is really good, and it smells really clean, and it's handmade, so I really like this. I tend to dab it at the top of my journal every time that I manifest something, and yeah, it smells good. It has my journal smelling good, but I don't put too much. I tend to put it on after I brush my teeth and wash my face in the morning. I may dab a little bit on my inner wrist, and at night after I get out the shower, I dab it on my inner wrist, and sometimes behind my ears. I'm very much into like these spiritual items, and if you're not, that's fine, but you know, some people are, and I've fairly recently, you know, gotten into it because from my personal experience, these things have helped, and I'll talk about how they have helped at the very end of this video. So after I've done those two things in the morning, I always do yoga right after. It ranges from 15 to 30 minutes depending on how I'm feeling. At the beginning of this quarantine, I had to get myself back into creating. It took me a minute to start taking advantage of my backdrop, my ring light, my laptop with all of my books on there, because Brown Girl Almighty is not the only book that I've been writing, if you guys even know about Brown Girl Almighty. But that goes to show that like I had a creative block for a minute, and I feel like a lot of people had creative blocks because it was just like, hard to create under these circumstances because the world is like going through a really tough time right now. So it was difficult for me also, and I had to force myself to get back into it. Honestly, the other day I set up a concept shoot with a spotlight, and after that I kind of got back on my feet, and especially after posting my last YouTube video, I was like more so encouraged like to do that. It was kind of like a domino effect. I didn't want to film it. I kept putting off filming it. Finally filmed it, and now it's like I don't want to stop filming. I don't want to stop creating. So I think that's good. I think that's a good aspect that has been taken, because now in the middle of the day when I'm not doing anything, after I've brushed my teeth, washed my face, I'm like, what's the project today? What are we gonna do? I've been holding off on my manuscript, I'm not gonna lie, just because I don't feel like looking at my screen all day, and that's just a lot of work, but I am hopefully gonna get back into it. I've also been trying to submit my poetry book, Brown Girl Almighty, to publishing companies, so I've been perfecting my few sample poems to send to them for the past like week. I'm hoping to be able to give you guys an update on those things soon, because I'm just excited for those things to come into fruition. After this, or amid this working period, I tend to make food. Now you guys know I'm pretty much a vegan. Only times that I'm not is when there's like not that much food in the house, but it's always like I'll eat eggs or cheese or something like that. It's never meat. I do try to eat fulfilling meals and not snack. Some days I do, you know, I try not to buy snacks from the store, just because I will inhale a roll of cinnamon. Like, I'm not joking. Like, they 5 jumbo cinnamon, I will inhale them. Like, and that's, I shouldn't admit that on YouTube, but it's like I have a very bad sense of portion control. I have to cook like an actual meal for me to eat, because if not, I'll either not eat or I'll eat something that I shouldn't be in a large quantity. So I hope you guys see what I'm saying. So come nighttime, I always do a Pop Sugar workout. And if you guys don't know what Pop Sugar Fitness is, it is a YouTube channel with some really good 30-minute workouts, and it's very diverse. My favorite aspect is that whoever edited it did a fantastic job, because they made sure to put a timer like right up here in the corner so that the viewer can see. I don't know what it is about their workouts, and I don't know if it's just me as a person, but something about them is just like, oh, 10 minutes have already gone by, like I'm almost done. Like, it doesn't feel like too much. I think that channel can like suit to anybody's needs for whatever it is they're trying to work on. And I know that working out has been something that a lot of people are doing during this quarantine, so that's also good as well. I'm just glad that I found like my niche, and I'll link my 2 favorite videos in the description box down below as well. After that, I stretch again. I tend to stretch my hips because I do like to do a lot of hip stretches, and then I get in the shower, because by that time I stink, I'm sweaty, like it's a lot going on. I need to get in the shower. After that, I tend to manifest again, just because I like to do it once in the morning and once at night. So after manifesting, I meditate, and then I do it in this order because I don't want to meditate first and then constantly be thinking about what I'm manifesting. I just want to be able to focus on my breath. So I do that in an attempt to like calm my mind right before I'm about to get in the bed and go to sleep. But before sleeping, I like to read books. So I've been reading these 2 books. I don't know how to pronounce Sis's name, but her first name is Bridget. It's this book called Everyday Tarot and the Spirit Almanac. These are 2 very pretty books. I picked them up because they're pretty, but they're really good as well. Like, they have very good messages. This one is of course about tarot and how to learn more about tarot, trusting your intuition, what the cards mean, because I do like getting tarot readings or just keeping up with that kind of stuff. If you guys see my YouTube recommendation list, it's like a whole bunch of tarot. Like, it's tarot and home renovations. Like, that's literally the main things that's in my YouTube recommends. But this book in particular literally just teaches you about how to use tarot cards, what they mean, and like how to tap into like your inner self and understand your intuition is very powerful. Things like that. Really good life lessons that I do like to carry with me. And then the Spirit Almanac, I've been getting into it. This one is very informative. It's very informative on all things like essential oils, rituals, crystals, herbs and plants. Like it talks about the benefits of things like that and how they can all help you be better at self-care. Some notes that I've been taking from this is like oils for helping you calm down if you need to go to sleep, if you need energy or to focus. And I've actually used some of these because I have tea tree oil, lavender, eucalyptus, and I have peppermint too. I like to put them in an essential oil diffuser because they make my room smell really good. And well, depending on the oil, because not all of them smell good, I'm not gonna lie, like there's no point in capping. But this book also gives you really good rituals. They're very interesting with the rituals, and it also talks about zodiac because of course like it has to, like it has to talk about zodiac. But it's very interesting because this book helps me pick up, you know, new practices, new things that I can put into this routine that I've been developing. I don't like to call it a routine. I don't like to call it a routine because when I think of routines, I think I have to do this every single day at the right time, at the right place, but that's not true. Some days I do slip up and not, you know, stretch after doing yoga or not manifest at all during the day. So I think routine is a very straightforward word, you know, and I don't want to call it that, but these things do help me in my everyday life. So after engaging in all of these activities throughout my day, I go to sleep because, you know, that's how nights work. But I did want to talk to you guys about what all this has helped me with. So I've been coming to a lot of understandings, realizing that a lot of things are not in my control, and the only thing that I can do is take care of myself, I guess, to be honest. I think that that's the best thing that I can do regardless of any situation I'm confronted with. I've just been trying to be more positive of a person, take care of myself before trying to take care of anybody else, because nobody else is my responsibility. I ain't got kids, so that you can keep that away from me. Also just realizing things, like I've really been tapping into my intuition and trusting that she is not leading me astray, because before I didn't want to listen to the things that, you know, was being told in front of me, because I can, like, when people act, even when people, I can just tell things. Like, I don't need anybody to explain anything to me. Like, recently somebody from my past just tried to come back into my life, and I didn't talk to them for like a long time, and they came back, and at first I was like, yeah, we can be cool again. But then I was talking to them a little more, like on FaceTime and stuff, and I was just like, you're the exact same person. You just went to college. In fact, you're probably even a little worse, because you know you have these toxic traits whether you want to admit it or not, but you haven't worked on them at all. They just weren't where I want the people around me to be. And not saying that I'm controlling the people around me, but, or like, oh, you got to get on this level to be friends with me. Not at all like that in the case, but they were just so, they just weren't good energy, and I could just tell, no matter how much they tried to act like they were. I didn't like that. So I just had to listen to my intuition and be like, this is not the route you want to take, Ren. Like, this is not your problem anymore, and this is not the route you want to take. And this is not someone you want to actively be, like, from a distance. Cool, you good? Like, you know, like, how's everything been? But in a matter of actively being around me a lot like a friend would, no, it's not gonna work. We're on two different vibrations. Like, we're on two different sides of the spectrum, and I couldn't go back, because it was just like, they're already somebody from my past, and they still got those same tendencies that they had in the past. No, and especially because I'm a different person from what I was when I knew them. I was just like, this is gonna set me back if I try to move forward with this person. So I was just like, nope, not doing that. And also, like, I'd be calling people out. Like, you're not gonna try to, like, of course I was always about that confrontation beforehand, but now I'm a little different when it comes to it. I'm like, okay, basically what I'm trying to say is, I had to realize that some controversies do not have anything to do with me. it has to do with like a lack of education, or like somebody's stubbornness, or just something within somebody else, to realize that the problem, it ain't got nothing to do with me, it has to do with them, because they got to fix that within themselves until we can talk about this. Does that make sense? I really hope that that makes sense. Basically, people project issues onto others when it ain't got nothing to do with the other person. That's what I'm trying to say, and I hope that y'all can understand that. From reading up on the things that I told you guys about in this video, from manifesting, from trying to, you know, take time and space for myself, I've started to become a better person. I don't need everybody to realize that. I realize that, and I mean, as long as I realize it, I think that that's the most important part, regardless, because everybody's gonna have a problem with something that I do, and I can't control that. I can't control how other people see me. I can't control the manic pixie dream girl some of my viewers have of me. The only thing I can do is present myself the way I want to be presented, and not cap on the internet, because I can assure you the way that I act now is the exact same way that I act in real life. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know, I hope you guys can take away something from that video. I've been wanting to film this for a minute, but I wanted to make sure I was getting my shit together when I did film it. So let me know in the comments down below how you guys are handling this quarantine. Are you getting your shit together? Like, let me know what other kind of videos you guys want to see. I'm actually very happy that some of y'all are saying thrifting and like shopping videos and like things like that, because I started a Depop, because y'all know I love thrifting and upcycling and reselling. So hopefully, well, no, it is, because manifestation, it is going to become a success, and you know, you guys can definitely check that out. That's the most shopping thrifting kind of video that I've made, because outside is illegal right now. But let me know what kind of other videos you guys want to see in the comment section down below. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, same as always, and you guys will see me in the next video.